Hi bafethu, this is your boy Simthimbile bafethu. The, the MK party has responded bafethu to the allegations that were made by the former president to another former president that they don't know him, they don't know his document in terms of his trial in Robben Island and stuff. They believe he was planted, he was insinuating that maybe he was planted, he was an apartheid spy. So the MK party has responded. This is a story by Kamogelo Muchela. He's just an opportunist. MKP pours cold water on Mbeki's claim that Zuma might have been an apartheid spy. The story, I'm just reading the story to see how we're not valuable to our leaders. They do not value us. All they preoccupied about is the apartheid, yes, the apartheid fight. I think South Africa will be fine once all the apartheid lovers, because they really love the apartheid people. If they hated apartheid, they wouldn't want to talk about apartheid. If they hated it, they would want to move on as soon as possible, want to improve the people's life as soon as possible. But they don't want to do that because they love apartheid very much. Everything's apartheid. Former President Thabo Mbeki grave accusations against Jacob Zuma, his successor, have caused a great deal of controversy. According to Mbeki, Zuma might have worked as an informant or spy for the apartheid regime while he was in Robben Island. Reported in the Sunday World over the weekend, the claims emerged during a recent held ANC National Meeting Committee (NEC) meeting when Mbeki questioned Zuma's incarceration on Robben Island. Because was playing to the Galar, man. Because abantu be-ANC. Because Zuma was not there. I don't think he can say that in Zuma's presence. His remarks raised the possibility that Zuma worked with the apartheid government and against his comrades. Given Mbeki and Zuma's long-standing animosity, these comments have sparked intense discussion in ANC circles. The origin of this animosity dates back to 2005 when Mbeki worsened the political division within the party by ousting Zuma from his post as deputy president amid the accusation of fraud, corruption and money laundering in the arms deal. But Mbeki was president of that thing. Was president during that time. And Mandela was president during the arms deal, but they had to pickpocket Zuma. I don't know what his role in the arms deal. I really don't know. In the last NEC, President Mbeki accused Zuma, saying his imprisonment was not recorded for the 10 years he served in Robben Island. He was saying nobody knows about the trial Zuma alleged attended, and records thereof do not exist, said a member of the ANC. But guys, I don't know a lot of things, but I don't think someone go and stay in an island for 10 years just to be a spy of an enemy. There's no way, guys. I don't believe this story. They should say something else. Not Zuma was a spy. Maybe he sold out later, but he can't go to jail for 10 years just to be an informer. There's a lot of work, but he probably was trained by CIA phela makunjalo. Zuma's presidency continues to be one of the most controversial points in South Africa's post-apartheid history, as he is facing multiple legal actions against him because he refused to be part of the white monopoly capital system. He has been accused of corruption and using state money for his personal benefit, which became subject of the Zondo Commission into state capture. A fallacy of state capture. Zuma is now the leader of the Umkhonto party. Speaking to IOL, MKP spokesperson Nhlamulo Ndlela was reluctant to comment, saying he would end up being personal because he loves Zuma so much. Serious, because you can't, in these issues, man, you can't be political or professional when someone say these accusations about your leader. Ndlela said Mbeki was an attention seeker who never even went to Robben Island, yet he is called a freedom fighter. But to be a freedom fighter, when Ndlela, going to Robben Island doesn't give you a permission or a tag to be called a freedom fighter. Being a freedom fighter, you're supposed to be a freedom fighter. You can go to exile. You can just these people. All of them are entitled. The one who went to exile are entitled. The one who went to Robben Island are entitled. They want to be praised forever. But they don't want to do anything to help us get out of this mess. Because it appears now these people, like, they fought for nothing. It appears when we do our research as people. If someone like the late comrade Christian wrote a letter that Mbeki must not lead, then it says a lot about him. He's just an opportunist, he said. Chris wrote a letter that the guy should not lead. Later on, he told the Star newspaper, needless to say, Tabo's 2005 Polokwane bitterness and lies is rearing its head again. But we must ask, why did he wait until Zuma left the ANC and its NEC before starting rumors about his struggle credential? He has had ample opportunity to raise his lies in Zuma's presence. That's what I say. He never said that in Zuma's presence. Mbeki abandoned the ANC for 10 years and now returns to destroy it further than he did when he demanded a third term as president. Where was he when real freedom fighters faced the full might of the security branch? He was in London studying to become a president. How did his wife in a newly gotten democracy become so incredibly rich? Who were the secret benefactors that paid for his education in London? And will he finally tell the nation about his sinister relationship with Craig Williamson? President Zuma is ready to publicly challenge his lies. He must say the time and place. Exactly. They will never say a public debate, and it could be cringe-worthy, man. All friends fighting for nothing. Because they're not fighting for the poor, they're just fighting for nothing, these people. For nothing. According to the Sunday World, an ANC member cited a recent speech made by Zuma's outside the court in Durban during the appearance of his daughter, Tutuzile Zuma Sambule, is a crucial illustration of his unintentional admission. He reportedly told the gathering that he was sentenced to 10 years and 6 months imprisonment without setting foot in court. Zuma. How come? Or his matter was urgent. Another NEC member said Mbeki told the meeting that it was suspicious because there was no trial and conviction, adding that Zuma was placed by the enemy forced to infiltrate the ANC and compromise its leaders. But come on, guys, for 10 years, he probably did something, then he made a deal here. You cannot volunteer and go to prison for 10 years just to be a spy. You make these people very important. They were not that threat, man, to white supremacist people. Just that they got out of prison and they did nothing, they took nothing. They just became presidents and they bought them all. Even if the apartheid government was smart, they could have bought these people long time ago. In an attempt to defend Zuma, MKP members said Mbeki was just jealous of Zuma. I don't know about jealousy here. MKP head of President Makasela Mzobe said on X, at this rate, President Mbeki will soon tell us that President Zuma was never in exile. Instead, he was on extended holiday. That's very funny, man. Polokwane conference emotionally and intellectually damaged President Mbeki. He has never forgiven Ngamalala for being democratically elected by ANC branches over him. I also suspect Thabo is envious of Zuma's, Jacob's men and MK Party for achieving 2014 general election, what Cope couldn't in 2009. But if he came out in 2009 and said I support Cope, he could have done well, but he was behind, apparently. Meanwhile, South African Federation of Trade Unions SAF General Secretary Zulu Zimabab explained on X, the story I learned was that former President Nelson Tata Mandela returned from a meeting with Neil Barnard. Yeah, it's Neil Barnard, the chief of intelligence during the apartheid era. He formed the National Executive Office NEC that if he were to share the list in identifying the spies of the apartheid regime within the ANC, it would lead to destruction of the movement altogether. But Mandela could have done that, man. He could have done that. We could have done that. Or maybe it was those people, but how did he let Zuma, if Zuma was on that list, to be so close to him? I don't think Zuma was on that list. But there were many people who were powerful on that list. There were many people who were apartheid spies, guys. The apartheid government was very powerful. Was very, very powerful at that time. But yeah, it's not nice seeing all people fighting over the past issues. that issues that they could have fixed when they were in power, but now they just old age home kicking in. Both of them are 83, 82. Both of them, 1942. These people were best friends. I don't know why they're fighting in public now. Guys, please subscribe, like. This is your voice in template. This is Nancy Political General Affair. To see you on the next one.